All right, it appears that we've got three of the uh, other team have arrived. This is IU Rocket League versus CWRU Esports. CWRU just won their last match 3-1 versus Tigerland, and here we are. So it looks like Wolfpack Wolf 4 is going to get the first touch, but once again, IU is trying to keep that tempo up, keep control of the ball, and make sure that it is down on the other end of the field, which is what Tech's doing, just launching it over. And Tech nearly grabs his own dribble off the edge and knocks it in, but, manages, CWCU manages to get it off. There we go, Sidonia making a shot on goal, but Angelo Diablo 60 manages to grab the save. And Incinerate scored. So that puts CWRU Esports up 1-0 in the first 40 seconds of this match. Unfortunately, neither of Sidonia or Tech were quite there in time to catch that save. Nick gets the first touch here. And Tech is launching it over. Not quite the right trajectory there to actually get a shot into the goal. Nicklet and Sidonia. Nick hits it just a little bit too hard for Sidonia to be able to knock it back in there. Right, so CWRU has the ball on to IU's side of the field. Sidonia is there trying to juggle it on top of his head, trying to get it over to the other side and take a shot on goal, but unfortunately is not able to do so. As a note, this will be a best-of-5 series, so the first team to 3 wins is going to take the win home. So far, this has been a fairly quiet game. Neither team seems to be getting particularly aggressive. Excuse me. And unfortunately, with that shot on goal, Sidonia just slightly ran out of boost and was not able to quite follow through at the end of that one there. So far, neither team has scored an elimination or a demolition on the other team. They don't seem to be going for that. Neither team has done something akin to pulling its goalie. They are, just attempting to play sort of basic Rocket League here. Nothing fancy, nothing too aggressive. I will note that this tournament is to qualify to get into the league. Oh, and Wolfpack Wolf 4 scores. Bringing CWRU Esports up 2-0. Now, this is a qualifier match tournament to get into the Northern League to play for a possible scholarship money prize. So there is money on the line in these matches, not in these matches specifically, but going on if you go further into the tournament. So the IU Esports guys seem pretty motivated to do well here. Righty, Tech launching it down. Does he have... He has the ability to bounce it off and knock it in. That brings the score up to 2-1 with minute 57 remaining, allowing for... allowing for there to be a 1-goal change. And thank you for letting me know, Patches, that this is Case Western Reserve University. I would not have known that. Any idea where that is located? I presume it's located somewhere in the upper Midwest, considering they are in the North Division. All right, once again, we've got IU trying to make a couple of shots on goal there, but nothing quite coming through for IU. Nicklet trying to dribble it in, but Wolfpack got there just before he did not and bounced it away. All right, IU's really trying to take over and control the tempo of this game and be in the driver's seat here. I mean, 3 driver's seats, actually, since there are 3 cars on their side of the field here. It seemed Cydonia just knocks it in. That one was actually appeared to be an own goal scored by Incinerate, knocking it into his goal for us. Thank you, Case Western, for that goal. So, I just heard one of the IU players saying that they are using the strategy of trying to take more shots on goal. They are, and I quote, destroying them on shots on goal. The enemy team has just gotten a couple of particularly good shots. Enemy team has taken roughly 4 shots on goal, while the Hoosiers have now taken 12 at that point. So by simply taking more shots, you're giving yourself more opportunities to get those goals in, and you're less reliant on being particularly lucky or unlucky in a given moment. All right, Cydonia comes flying through, racing Wolfpack, but Wolfpack gets to the ball just slightly before. Both of these teams are going to want to score right now in the next 13 seconds so that it doesn't go into a sudden death overtime. The goal is open. Nick cannot quite get a shot on there. Neither can Cydonia. Looks like the ball is still in the air. Tech is juggling it around, and it hits the ground, so we are now into overtime. That resets everyone's boost meters so that if you had 100%, you go back down to 33, just like any other time after a score. Cydonia trying to, and Tech getting that shot in. Oh, not quite. Bounces right off of the top of the goal there. Cydonia taking another shot. Once again, IU just taking the approach of making more shots on goal than Case Western. Oh, not quite. That one looked real close there, Tech. All right, and we are taking another shot, and Wolfpack, once again, the Case Western is playing quite good defense, and despite the number of shots on goal IU has taken, they still managed to get Cydonia back into the goal to play goalie before the ball. Not that it was needed that time, but despite being aggressive, they're still able to get their team back on defense as needed. Tech does get eliminated, but has already respawned and is touching the ball ready to go. Unfortunately, Case Western was not able to capitalize on IU being down a man. Apparently, they are in Cleveland, Ohio. Good to know. So these guys are actually not that far away from us here at IU. So we're now a minute and a half into overtime, trying to get that last score in for this Game 1 of a best-of-5 series between IU and Case Western University. And I absolutely agree, Patches. Let's go, Hoosiers. We can take this out. Cydonia getting the ball, dribbling it down on his head. Nick taking a long shot, but Wolfpack getting there just in time to knock it out of the way. That would have been a really depressing ending for Case Western for this game if it just ended from a giant open shot on goal. As we can see, these teams appear to be fairly evenly matched, just trying to take those shots and try to just sneak another one in. Nick might be having some issues. Angela almost able to bounce it off his head back into the goal, but that managed to not quite have the right angle there. All right, Tech up on the wall, ball in the air. Who's able to get up to it? Incinerate gets up to it. Angela tries to get that last touch in, but was not able to do so. Sorry, Angelo Diablo. Incinerate takes a shot at the wall. That's not even quite a shot at goal there. All right, here's the ball. Cydonia coming through, knocking it off the wall, setting it up for Tech, who got beat there by Wolf 4. I'm just going to call him Wolf. Cydonia once again setting it up for his teammates, and no one was quite there to follow through. We are now 3 minutes and 20 seconds into overtime for Game 1 here. Case Western has gotten another elimination onto Nicklet. Once again, Nicklet has already respawned, and they were not able to capitalize upon that. Tech was flying in the air trying to get that ball, but just misses it by a hair. All right, Nicklet getting getting that ball. Tech knocking it back over as well. All right, Cydonia getting it out of there, but it is saved by Case Western. All right, Wolfpack tries to take a shot, but it's immediately blocked by Nicklet. Way up in the air, knocking it back over. Cydonia. Case Western gets a shot on goal, but Tech is there to knock it down. Cydonia not quite there to try to spike that ball down, but Nick keeps it onto the Case Western side of the field for another moment there. All right, Angelo tries to take a shot, but Tech is there with the save. We are now 4.5 minutes into overtime in Game 1 of this best-of-5 series. And Incinerate manages to get that in, ending the game at 4 minutes 35 seconds, 3-2. So the winner was Case Western University. Yes, we are on a 3-minute delay. So it does appear that if you look at IU had 20, 6 and 6, 12 and 8 is 20 shots on goal, and they had 5 official shots on goal. They did have more saves, but that's mostly due to them just having more shots on goal. All right. Here we go. All right, so as the Hoosiers are getting ready to go again, they are once again ready for a to keep the same sort of strategy, keep a lot of shots on goal, but to focus on getting those finishers, those last taps in to get that ball into the goal and get it out of the hands of the of Case Western. Yes, due to TESPA regulation. Oh, Tech gets an easy knock-in with the assist from Cydonia there. Cydonia knocks it up into the air, bounces it off the back wall. Tech launches himself up and straight into the middle of the goal. That was a beautiful goal there from IU. TESPA does request a 3-minute delay on the streams just to combat stream sniping or anything like that. All right, we are back into the action here. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in this second of a best-of-5 match. So the first team to get 3 wins. Oh, that was a shot that both I and I think the IU players feel like they should have saved. But Cydonia was saying that he did not have enough boost. Didn't have any boost to get up high enough to actually save that one. That just shows that boost management in this game is quite important. It can mean the difference between making or missing that important goal. All right, Nick takes out Wolfpack, and then Nick is now dribbling it back on his head. And we've got Incinerate, who is trying to make a shot there and misses, and so does Angelo Diablo miss as well. Wolfpack is also down on this side of the field. Let's see if the Hoosiers can manage to get around them and head back down. Not if it quite bounces off the Case Western's head quite like that. All right, Incinerate's there with the shot. Cydonia saves it, though. Now it is down on the Case Western side. Cydonia manages to get the tap, and it's good. That makes it 2-1 at 3 minutes and 23 seconds into this game. 2-1, Hoosiers are up. All right, who gets the first touch on this? Incinerate gets the first touch, but it bounces off of Cydonia. And Nick just misjudges where that ball was going, thought that it wasn't going to be going in, thought it was going to hit the top of that goal there. That brings it down once again to 2 goals to 2 goals. Each team 3 minutes and 18 seconds into this game. Wolfpack does get eliminated by Cydonia there, who is just rocketing around. Very high speeds. That was almost a good goal, but it did take all 3 members of Case Western to block that goal from going in. All right, Tech launching it over, trying to set up for Nick. Tech has it up in the air. Cydonia once again bounces it off, and there is no one able to quite follow that one up. Nick gets a nice touch, launching it away from Case Western, sort of giving IU the advantage here. They have control of the ball, they know where it's going, and they're able to do more with it. And they're just keeping it away from their goal. Incinerate does manage to knock the ball away from his goal twice there. And it's quite high up in the air. Cydonia manages to block it away from Wolfpack. All right, Cydonia setting it up. Not quite able to get the angle that he was going for there. And we've got Tech coming through. Nick appears to be going for a refill on the boost. And Tech gets that save. All right, that one is up above the goal, so not a worry for the Hoosiers. The CW does try to do a nice tap in there, but misses, and Nick manages to get that one in all on his own. Once again, it's a matter of just getting that ball past that plane. He manages to do it without hitting the wall at all. And just gets it easy every time. So that means we are 3 goals to 2 goals at 1 minute 23 seconds left to go here. All right, the Hoosiers are trying to get it off of their side of the field, and Incinerate comes in for the touch. That means it is now 3-2-3. Unfortunately, Cydonia didn't quite get enough height in his jump there to catch that block. All right, with just over 1 minute left, we are once again tied up 3-3. Let's see, I wonder if this game's going to go into sudden death overtime like last one. Just to take a look, it looks like this time IU and CWRU are roughly even on shots on goal, although CWRU is doing slightly better in terms of getting those saves. Nick gets the touch out there. Unfortunately, heads straight into Wolfpack there, but Tech manages to knock it off. All right, ball launching up high across to Case Western side. Incinerate misses the touch there, and all 3 members are there. Nick is once again going for that goal. Cydonia taps it right in. That's 4-3 with 27 seconds left. Can the Hoosiers hold them off long enough to put this game in the bag and tie it the series 1-1? And there we see Cydonia, Season 4 Grand Champion, showing his chops. All right, can the Hoosiers keep their lead for the next 20 seconds until this game is over and head on to the 3rd game of this best-of-5 series? The longer that ball stays in the air, just launching back and forth from edge to edge of the field, that's playing right into IU's hands. It only needs to touch the ground once after that in order for this game to end. All right. As soon as it hits, Cydonia launches it over, and game to IU. All right. As we see by the end of the match, IU once again has far more shots on goal, but far fewer saves. So this shows me that IU is a very offensively based team. They like to be aggressive, and they don't like to sit back and just sort of wait for the enemy to come to them. They want to be taking those shots. They're controlling the. They are controlling the game. They want to be in the driver's seat, and I would say most times that's a winninger strategy. You know, if you're making more shots, you know your opponent has to get lucky every time. You have to get lucky once. So take those shots on goal and make sure that you can. And Cydonia knocks it in right between Wolf and Angelo. Just right between them. All three defenders, none of them are able to get it. Makes the score 1-0, 4 minutes and 35 seconds left in match 3. Angelo makes a decent shot on goal, but Tech saves it. And Cydonia saves that one. There we go. Now we are down on Case Western's side. Cydonia does get eliminated by Wolfpack and is therefore not in position to continue the aggression. But Tech is and manages to score again. Awesome. We are now up 2-0 against Case Western in Game 3 with 4 minutes left on the clock. It does appear that Wolf there ran out of boost and was not able to get the right angle to make that save. All right, we have Incinerate trying to make a shot there, passing it over to Angelo, but Angelo was not in the right position to knock it into the goal here. Cydonia dribbling the ball across and following up on his own there, but Incinerate takes it back. Incinerate takes it back and also gets a demolition onto Nicklet. Wolfpack is dribbling it on his head, bringing it down. I'm not entirely sure why Case Western aren't being a little bit more aggressive in their plays, as they are behind and they don't want to run this clock down. Nick manages to bring Wolfpack off of the ball, just clipping him on the tail, preventing him from going forward. All right, right over there, Cydonia not quite able to get the right angle there, but he does pass it straight to Nick, who does try to make a shot, but Incinerate manages to get there first. Wolfpack launches it up into the air. Tech bats it back. All right, Cydonia makes the save there with a nice aerial interception. All right, Nick launches it back across the midfield line. Cydonia has it, just got picked up that full boost. But Wolf does hit it back. Is Wolf still on that side of the field? Doesn't really matter because Cydonia launches it over. Nick bounces it off the back wall, not quite able to get another touch, but Tech is for a third goal. 3-0 for IU. We've now got 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. All right. All right, Tech setting it up for Nicklet to just tap it in. Great moment. All right, so it sounds like the team might be focusing on getting Cydonia and Tech to be the main aggressors, with Nicklet being the backup. We'll see if that actively changes our plan there. Nicklet does make the save. It is 4-0 with a minute and a half left here. I'm not sure if the Hoosiers have really found their game, or if CW has just started to crumble under the constant pressure that the Hoosiers are putting on them. All right, let's just take a look at our stats real quick. IU does have more shots on goal and more saves. As you can see, they are having a certain much better game this time. We are 1 minute left, and CW Case Western needs to score 4 goals in order to make this into overtime. Are they going to be able to do so? Not when Tech's making saves like that. I will share, when we made that second goal, I got so excited I actually fell backwards out of my chair. That's the first time that's ever happened. Wolfpack is able to get 1 goal. We are now 4-1 with 20 seconds left. Are they actually going to be able to make another 3 goals in 20 seconds? Tech gets the first touch, bounces it off. Nicklet gets another assist, followed, just slammed in by Cydonia. Not even... Yeah. As Patches is saying, yeah, this is when we put him in the dumpster. Clearly the Hoosiers wanted to win this particular game by at least 4 goals. So they are making sure that that is happening. All right, Tech making the tap. Cydonia coming through. Are they going to do another score? 6-1 with 3 seconds left. This is the Hoosiers team that I grew to know and love on Wednesday, where they were scoring extra goals on that last second, just twisting those thumb screws down, and they are making sure that Case Western knows who is in charge of this game. At this point, a game like this, when you're doing a best-of-5 match, it is as much mental as it is a physical and a skill game. So if IU can start winning that mental game, start really showing their dominance, they're still showing their dominance. I will even note that CWRU even has a ping advantage over IU. With 2 of their players having 20 and 24 ping, just having that slight latency advantage, even that's not quite enough. All right, so the series is now 2-1 up for IU in this best-of-5. Once you get to 3, you have won the match, and you move on in this qualifier tournament. As the Hoosiers are bringing up in their Discord, they are claiming an advantage in this map because they don't have sad feelings from the last game. Now, when I say this is as much as a mental game, they also got to keep their focus, the Hoosiers. They can't, start, screwing around or trying to show off or style on the other team. They got to just play good, solid Rocket League, put that ball in that goal, and run that score up. All right, Cydonia passes it off to Nick, who passes it back to Cydonia. Sets it up. Tech is not quite able to punch it in there. There are 2 defenders in the way. Cydonia has it nice and high up. Is Nick able to come in? Not quite. Oh, that was real close, Nick. You almost had it. And Cydonia, oh, almost bounces it off of the wall and bounces it off of his car for that in. Here we have the Hoosiers making quite a few shots on goal in a short period there, just keeping up the pressure here on Case Western. And Nick comes in for the hit, and not quite the right lineup there. Cydonia had a good line on it, but there was a defender got in the way. Oh, bounced right off of the post there. Thought that one was going to go in. Wolfpack does make a save just by sitting there. Not even sure if he was at his controller, but he makes the save. For the record, I am an IU partisan. I don't have skin in this game, but I am a Hoosier myself. So if it sounds like I'm a little biased towards the Hoosiers, that would be because I am. All right, Tech launching it back, and Wolfpack's able to once again keep it away from the goal. Nick has a good setup, but there wasn't quite anyone there to follow through. Tech coming through. Ah, the defenders managed to get in the way. Otherwise, that would have been a good shot in. All right, we have 2 minutes left, and we are still 0-0 in this Game 4 of the best of 5. It's currently up 2-1 for the Hoosiers against Case Western. All right, Nick launching it over the heads of two members of the Case Western team. It is out there. Angelo manages to knock it out. Nick is backing to make sure that his boost is filled. Angelo Diablo launches it up, but then it is just launched away from the Hoosier side of the field. Cydonia gets it across the field. Tech is now launching it in. Can we get a good setup with a shot on goal here? It is up in the air, and Angelo has it. Cydonia passes it to Nick, who hits it off of the backboard, and then sets it up for Tech, who wasn't quite able to launch that one into where it needed to go. But it was another attempt, another shot on the goal. As Nick has just said, they just need one goal. As we can see, IU has a total of 8 shots on goal, while CW has a total of 2. We've got IU just absolutely setting the tempo here. Cydonia was dribbling the ball forward, but does get demolished by Case Western, which does end that charge forward, but it doesn't change the fact of the game. I do have to give credit to Case Western. They don't appear to be too badly affected by their loss in the last game, even though it was by 5 goals. 20 seconds left, and we are still 0-0 here in Game 4. Which team is going to be able to score that first goal, which will probably be the only goal in this game? Because it looks like we've got 9 seconds left. Are we going to be going to overtime here? Nice save by Tech, preventing that one from going in. 2-1, and ground. So we are now into overtime. Incinerate manages to get the first touch. Cydonia launches it up and gets the goal. Tech was almost there. He almost touched it, but he knew that Cydonia had a better shot on goal, so let Cydonia get that. Cydonia comes in and gets the 1 goal in that game. That does make this 3-1 for IU. That means the Hoosiers have won this match and are moving on. All right, so as we're figuring this out, I'm going to mute my mic, figuring out how when we're going to be playing next and who we're going to be playing in the next round.